Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. This one's going to be a little different, a little more relaxed. Right now I'm just sort of on the beach. It's 4th of July. Figured, why don't I just come out here, sort of comb the beach, look for shells. And I mean, it's just sort of like a nice activity to do when you're on vacation. Just sort of want to relax, take a walk. Apologies if there's a little bit of wind noise, waves. I'm on the beach, not much I can do about that. Well, it's low tide right now. The high tide mark is way up there. If you can see it, it's sort of like, yeah, right above that last bit of seaweed. And, well, this isn't the lowest the low tide's going to be. That was yesterday, but today it's still pretty low. And so far, I found a couple things. Not as good as yesterday, but I found this one, kind of nice looking, and this one, which I thought was fitting. Since it's 4th of July, it's got some white, got some blue, red. I don't know, just kind of fitting. There's a couple reasons why you might want to do this. On the one hand, if you're on vacation, it's relaxing, it's fun, kind of like a treasure hunt. And if you had like a significant other or a friend who liked these sort of things, you could maybe grab them a souvenir if you found anything nice. In fact, there's a lot of people who would prefer that to like a bought souvenir. And as far as more practical things go, say you were, well, stuck on a desert island or something, didn't have any tools, the beach would be a great place to get some materials to start and work with. A shell like this, you could use as a scraper. It's, you know, rather hard. You could use to dig with. A bigger one would be a lot nicer, but if you had absolutely nothing, this would be a start. In the case of shells like these, which are sort of bigger, if you were on a desert island or a tropical island and you needed a source of fresh water, one, you could use these as cups if you had a source of fresh water, but they're really not big enough for that purpose. However, a better use for these would be to use them to collect rainwater. If you have quite a lot of them, and you sort of set them up, maybe dig them into some sort of sand or soil so that it'll blow around, and a rainstorm rolls in, and these all fill, well, then you have some fresh water that you can drink. And if you had several dozens of these, maybe even 100 that you set up, you'd have enough water collection to last you. And back a bit more to the novelty side of things, in some of these shells, the currents and nature have sort of pre-bored their own little holes into these shells. And if you wanted to maybe put a string through that, turn it into a necklace and give that to someone, they might appreciate it. Alternatively, the shore you're on might look a bit like this. And while there really aren't any shells here, if you were in a survival situation, there is food here. These are limpets. They're actually not part of the rock. They are a snail, I think, some kind of mollusk. But they're edible if you can get them up off the rock. I won't be eating this one, but I'm just sort of showing you. Now, if you can see, it's moving. It's onto the rock by a little foot. Now, remember how I said the shell would be great as a scraper? Man, I could really use it right now. Let me cut the camera and see if I can't get this off with both hands. There we are. Taken up off of the rock. This didn't kill it, just sort of removed it at its foot. And these are edible, and if you took them all up off, had an efficient way of gathering them, and you had no other food, this would be an option. In addition to the limpets, these are edible too. I think these are called chitons, and they also come up, but they're more of like a starvation food. From what I understand, they don't taste all that good. And they look very similar underneath. They're both a type of snail. Sometimes you might also find coconuts while beachcombing. Unfortunately, coconuts like this are often rotted. In fact, I think this one is. So, have much better luck up further up on shore. Got some right off the tree or recently fallen. They'll be good to eat. These, not so much.